Chapter 407. At last, the name that had piqued the curiosity of many resounded through the hall. A man with shining golden hair revealed himself, walking confidently amid curious gazes that failed to conceal their intrigue. Those present at the gathering had heard rumors of Keshir Laor's remarkable appearance, yet for the majority this was their first glimpse of him. Most who had thought rumors were as unbelievable as the ever growing whirlwind in the wilderness were momentarily taken aback upon actually seeing Duke Kishir Laor. The appearance of Duke Kishir Laor did not align with any imagination or expectation that had preceded seeing him. For one, he was so exceptionally tall that it was hard to associate him with the information that he was frail. Under his firm chin, which appeared almost arrogant at first glance, was a flame embroidered pin that shone vividly on the vest embracing his straight chest, asserting he needn't bow to anyone. The clothes that wrapped his tall and perfect body, seemingly bursting with life, were so captivating that they set hearts pounding regardless of age or gender. Beside him was a man with black hair dressed in a similar outfit. The name Yudir Ale was also announced when the Duke entered with his arm. But Kishir had attracted so many eyes that not many heard his name. However, when the Duke turned his head, rested it slightly on the side, and embraced the waist of the man holding his arm, the eyes of the people suddenly shifted to the black-haired man. Had he not been holding the Duke's arm, his calm and cold expression would not have thought to belong to the provocative subject of the rumor. Though neither are gorgeous as Duke Kishir nor adorned with noticeable jewelry or clothing, the shadowy coolness that the black-haired man possessed had mysteriously drawn attention since the moment he was recognized. Is that the commoner lover who always follows Duke Kishir? The one who even shares the bedroom with him? Contrary to the rumors, the black-haired man did not feel like a commoner at all. As people began to murmur at the unexpected appearance, the Duke's eyes moved as if he had heard them. Then Baron Wilhelm, who had regained his composure, stepped forward to greet him. "Welcome, Your Grace, Duke Kishir. It is an infinite honor that one blessed by the sun god is attending this meaningful charity party." "Baron Wilhelm, I have been worried seeing you so busy since we witnessed the divine sword together. I am pleased to see you in good health." The moment the word divine sword was mentioned, the atmosphere changed. It was the first time that Duke Kishir had mentioned anything related to the divine sword or in public. Was it true that all the priests of the Western Sun God Temple saw the miracle of the divine sword? Seeing Baron Wilhelm not saying anything, Baron Wilhelm, who had tried as much as possible to conceal the truth of that rumor, trembled his eyebrows but soon forced a smile. "That is, I have been so preoccupied with party preparations. I apologize." "I still think about your face filled with emotion when you saw the divine sword. God will never doubt your faith. I think it would be fine to have a time like that again before I leave, don't you?" No longer wanting to look at Kishir, who was calmly smiling as if to say, "Tell me whenever you want," Baron Wilhelm turned his head to Yudir. Yudir, feeling the eyes met, quickly bowed his head in greeting. "Good to see you, Baron." Due to the recent events, the opinion about Yudir Ale within Baron Wilhelm's circles has changed. It shifted from a commoner with talent but unlucky enough to catch the eye of the Duke of Peleta and became his prey, to a foolish commoner who seems to take being the Duke of Peleta's plaything as an honor. The Baron, who was about to turn away after ignoring the greeting and clearing his throat, suddenly stopped as he realized that something was different in Yudir's eyes. "Your eye." "Ah, the Baron indeed has a keen observation. The traces of an injury that lingered in my assistant's left eye has finally healed completely, I suppose. Being the hero of the great serene forest, even God has been merciful. It's something we should all celebrate. Kishir interjected with a loud response, so Yudhir did not need to say anything. Instantly, a different sort of murmur spread among those who were standing around them. They all knew what it meant to be the hero of the great serene forest. The atmosphere among those who had known that the man beside the Duke of Paleta was not merely a lucky kept man who caught his eye, but the hero rumored to have defeated a colossal monster of the great serene forest changed. Strange looks were exchanged, and a different kind of attention was focused on Yudhir. Yudhir ignored those glances, swallowing a cold laugh within himself. They all follow the same pattern. The reaction of those who found out that Yudhir was the hero of the great serene forest was all the same. At first, they acted as if they had seen something undesirable, but after learning the fact, their eyes changed as if they had discovered an interesting and useful toy. One could bet money that the next step would follow the same pattern as Baron Wilhelm, who had come to him asking if he had any intention of siding with the Duke of Dane. And the result would end up like Baron Wilhelm in the end. Ah, is that so? I'm truly relieved. You must be happy. Yes, indeed. Behind Kishir, who was smiling without any apparent worry, a hurried servant approached and whispered something in Baron Wilhelm's ears. Yudhir didn't miss the soundless change in the Baron's eyes. I must leave to greet other guests now. Those present here are all members of distinguished families that support the West, filled with loyalty towards the Empire and compassion for those in need. You will find no shortage of delightful conversation here. Baron Wilhelm offered insincere congratulations and then hurried away. He looks quite busy managing two matters at once, Kishir mumbled, eyeing the Baron's retreating figure with a bone-chilling tone. The spot vacated by Baron Wilhelm was filled by nobles unable to hide their hyena-like glares. Their words sounded like polite inquiries at first glance, but if you stripped away the beautifully wrapped social pleasantries, they were nothing more than rude blades pricking to extract information. Despite the smirking onslaught of those seemingly desperate to uncover the holes in the rumors surrounding Kishir and Yudhir, Kishir remained calm. He was skilled at seemingly giving his opponents what they sought before smoothly changing the subject at a crucial moment, revealing their base intentions in a laughable manner. There is no one in this place who can beat Kishir with words. Even Yudhir, who had once died and returned, had no confidence in besting Kishir in speech, let alone those who knew nothing about him. At first, those who were astonished by Kishir's appearance soon undervalued him, looking at him with a male lover smiling prettily. However, they did not realize that they would be the ones left in a ludicrous state when they actually engaged in conversation. Kishir possessed the extraordinary skill to belatedly realize what spectacle he had made of himself, and to be enraged yet also to restrain from direct complaint due to an attitude that seemed entirely without malice. It's as if this entire place has become a massive tactical game board. Observing him up close, this feeling was further confirmed. His tactics of employing outlandish words, striking and retreating at unexpected moments were the same as ever. He used to really hate such occasions in the past. It felt like a waste of precious time when there was so much to do and he was considerably fatigued just from ignoring the malicious words. But now it was different. Watching Kishir standing in the same place, amusing the nobles with a smiling face, was quite an entertaining task. Come to think of it, I have never seen Kishore from my previous life participate in party like this. The same was true in this life. At the small gatherings that had been held so far, or at the parties held at harvest festivals, there was no need for Kishore to act in this way. But this time was different. It was a difficult occasion where Kishore Lahore needed to affirm all the rumors that had been circulating about him in front of everyone in the West, and yet maintain the perception that he was a mere duke to easily carry out this matter. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. At that moment, Baron Wilhelm's wife appeared. She skillfully stepped in front of the guests, greeted them, and explained the purpose of the charity party that was to be held today. Applause erupted from all over the place as she elegantly finished her short speech, asking for money to be raised for the development of the Western region after enjoying a fine meal and a meaningful music. As the dance began, Yudhir noticed that Baron Wilhelm had vacated his seat at some point and twisted the corners of his lips. He's gone. Then it was time for them to take action.